leaderboards from the legend standpoint. The first 100 bomb is going to have our first 100 kills. And, of course, who else would we expect other than Dizzy on that Wraith?
What a fantastic performance. You told us to be looking out for him, and you were right. Everybody else, the next closest we're seeing is 60 here. Viz, Josh OG, Seagull, able to pull them off on their respective characters.
Still taking a look now. Tim the Tatman. Going to try to see what little extra goodies he can get. There is a turbocharger. We haven't really seen many devotions today, actually. It was something that we talked about a little bit earlier in the power that it brings, especially with that turbocharger hop-up, but we haven't really seen teams really go for it.
For me, it's like we talked about when you have the devotion, having the upgrade and having, what is it, the, not the choke, but what is the opportunity to be able to get the pre-fire on the devotion itself. I think once you have that, you look at the devotion, you go, you have a tier 1 gun. You're ready to be lethal at almost moment. I truly think it is ammo probability and finding energy ammo. That in itself is so low with the devotion that you need 150 bullets to be effective, and the odds of you getting that is very, very limited.
And it makes a lot of sense as well because of how hard rotating all of these teams are, because they want to be able to make sure that they get those extra eliminations. The time that you would spend usually in a game running around trying to get energy ammo, there's just not enough time for it. There's not enough of an opportunity to actually get the resources that you need to make the devotion worth it, and so they're going for more of these heavy ammo, light ammunition compositions.
Yeah, I've been amazed at how much R301 and full auto actually we've had today.
Comes the drop from Disrespect, currently in rank 3. You can see on Dr. Disrespect. Stream the Leviathans off in the distance. Just moseying around, eating their full diet of vegetarian lasagna. They're big on the veggie lasagna.
One thing that we haven't pointed out at all, because we haven't talked to him much when it comes to the dropping capabilities, is that Mirage is actually one of the few that can use his abilities while he is flying into the map. And you can use your Mirages to actually make it look like more people are in an area than maybe actually truly are, right? And I've even had games where you can threaten people off, right? They see double Mirage, and if they aren't paying attention, they think that's a group and I shouldn't go there, and like they want to run away from the fight. Talking about a fight, though, Disrespect finds himself one there with that R5.
Oh, always feels good when you get it with the automatic pistol. More points coming on the board. 236 now for Reed's Money team, sitting 14 over Kings Canyon. That's Ninja, King Richard, and Dizzy.
Disrespect coming out with the wingman, able to find 2 there, and sets down those 2 kills out of the 3 of that squad. Nice to be able to see him get himself a couple of points up here, and a nice little scope as well for that pistol.
Yeah, I just need to get armor.
Phoenix Kit is always good. As we talked about before, it's the most, effective healing tool in the entirety of the game, healing all shields and all HP whenever possible.
Well, let's listen into Team Disrespect and hear about their strategies.
Armor is right here.
Okay.
Level 1. I think you maybe be able to find some armor above.
Yeah, maybe. I'm checking this building here. Yeah, it's going down. One just got knocked.
I'm going to the redeploy right now. Right now, they're gonna be weak.
Checking the top for armor.
Yeah, cool.
Got some.
Dude, sick.
On top got looted.
Do they go up to the right side?
I'm not sure if they would.
One here. He just jumped down. Dude, blasting my marker. One of those blocks, one.
Broke armor.
Knocked.
Nice.
Yeah, one more. Bangalore. He's low. He tried to res his buddy, dude. Jumping in the smoke. Oh, one hit.
Oh, no. He wants to thirst so bad, dude.
He's so low, Doc.
Why are you thirsting? Nice, dude.
He ain't. I got him.
1 second.
Very nice, boys. Very nice.
Reloading.
He ain't allowed to.
One of them had blue armor. I think it was the Wally had blue armor.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Take that. Yo, you need that choke?
I do. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you?
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Yo, I'm gonna go over, hit the redeploy, go towards Skull Town.
Yep. I'm ready.
Half the squad
I've got my ult for next fight. In the redeploy?
I think a drop's coming down, dude. You see a drop dropping anyone?
I do not.
I like how Dr. Disrespect's teammates were like, why are you thirsting? Because you could insta-revive in this game. It's actually the tactical best decision to make it happen here, but they get the wins. Now, I want to go check in with Reed's Money team. We have not really actually watched too much of them right now, but they are our leaders, and Huskers has been a huge part of that, continues to rack up massive kills right now at 8. He is currently averaging 12.3 kills.
What are the other two averaging? Like on
The
on
other
average,
two,
what are the
other two are averaging 5 or 6.
Oh wow! So he's literally
He's double
doing,
theirs.
Yeah, doing just as much as the both of them.
And I feel like I tried to bring this up a little bit earlier when highlighting, look at Shroud Squad and what they've been able to do when we watch them as individual players. And we have seen them be 1 versus 3 gods. And that, look at this roster. This roster is number 1, and that is 5th. So think about what that is asking of players like Huskers. If it's not a name that you know, it sure the heck should be one that you know in the future, because this guy is making, the OGs, the gods across the board look mere mortal.
I mean, hey, and if you want to know him, you can go over to his channel because he's actually streaming right now.
You can go give him the follow, give him the Twitch Prime. And here's the interesting thing: we were talking about like the meta team comp. 4 of the 5 top teams right now are running Bangalore, Bloodhound, and Wraith.
Yeah, and then
It's almost like we slightly projected that might be what the
we're just stretching our little caster expert skills.
We saw it happen and we were like, yeah, we knew.
To be fair, I did expect, out of the things we did say, I did expect more Gibraltar. I didn't expect a lot of them, but I am in awe of how little Gibraltar we have.
He is still
the kills.
Still in North America, been picked 1 time.
I mean, at least he's had his powwow showing 1 time.
Yep.
We have a full healer.
Right now, 4 teams in the 200 club. Broy's joining, leapfrogging back into the top 4 again. So those teams keep on kind of alternating back and forth. So they're racking in points.
8 squads, 20 players left alive, 9 kills already.
I'm pretty decked out
here for Huskers as they're going to get themselves looted up, ready to go into what believes to be this next round. We can see that the ring is actually trying to pull in. Does a really good job. Swaps right over. That's 2 one-on-one headshots that he's able to get, and you're not going to be able to survive. He does get knocked down, however, so it looks like Choco Taco is going to have to come help out his team. He is able to get the down. Oh, but the ring is going to be able to come in. You can see the enemy pings coming out. Vision's doing a really good job at spotting him down, but it looks like Taco, as well as his teammate, needs to help out. They do get the full wipe. That's going to be a great situation for them. Reviving.
Hey, look at the skull.
You just stick it, man, at that point.
Yeah,
I commit.
Stuart, thanks for the bits, man.
The one thing there, though, beyond the fact that we saw that raw double wingman headshot from the hip after the swap over, I want to point out the fact that, the opening half of that clip was not advantageous for Huskers. He realized, okay, I didn't get the ADS I wanted, I didn't get the shots I wanted, and he knew that if he committed to the remainder of the R301 clip and full auto, that's not lethal. So he snap rotated. That being said, he had 2 just ridiculous back-to-back headshots after that made it look easy and calculated from beginning to end. But those are the small things that these players are doing that are absolutely separating them. Not so much always the double headshots as much as it was clip awareness and weapon awareness to lethality.
I want to listen just a little bit to hear what is the attitude like? What is the vibe like on this team that is currently winning here in North America?
To our south. Beaker TBOB, thank you for the new Prime sub. Welcome to the Huskies. Appreciate that.
Is that? This is me. I'm glad Beast Mode. Shoot me. Innocent.
Maybe they went west. We can take the balloon and go west.
I'm looking around. One player right here.
Location has been disturbed.
Yep, I see him.
Might be something good.
Running to the house. Running to the house.
Drop right in front of me.
Okay. He's in the middle of the street.
One right here. One up top. I got the guy up top.
Healing.
Top, down.
Reloading.
Got him. Good shit,
To
guys.
recharge my
That
shield.
guy.
They were decent too, I think.
Yeah, that one guy was good.
Yeah. Barrel. Oh, never mind. It's okay. Never mind. This guy has a prowler with all the attachments. If you wanted visions.
Could be loot here.
Really?
Yeah, he has a select fire.
I have that. I just need extended.
I don't know if he had extended. I didn't check.
So 5 teams to kill.
1
Took
minute.
a
Rings
balloon.
pretty close.
I'm gonna go.
Bro, you sure?
What? You only downed him? Yeah, I saw on the map.
So many things that happen right now.
3-0.
So I'm reviving you.
Thanks for the res.
All right, I'm taking the balloon right now.
Where'd you?
Maybe it's
So back here with Visions. We haven't joined on with Visions yet, and I like his little,
right there, where
little
our
like
temple is.
spooky Miller Lite fridge he's got going on here.
Guy right here.
Looks like a
Going down the hill, going down
TV in
the
a
hill.
haunted house or something.
It's almost like a heartbeat monitor.
Right. Like, can you imagine if that was a heartbeat monitor just hooked up to him? Like it did like the faster it flashed, like and then when it got into like a dangerous area, it started to flash red or something.
His adrenaline goes up at the end of a match, and you just see like the symbol just like popping off. But in the meanwhile, it looks like they're going to be going off on a fight. Visions as well as Chaka Taco both get themselves down, and elimination comes out as Huskers is able to get up that third one. So a 3 for 3 as the team is able to get themselves a clean wipe. Now we're swapping over to Choco Taco's field of vision as we see where he wants to go. An artillery strike from Bangalore comes out, but it doesn't matter. There are 3 squads left remaining. Bangalore was able to get that speed up, which means shots were coming his way, and now he's going to be able to listen to Huskers as well as Visions to find out exactly where he needs to go. Walks through a building so he can use the shield cell, because now it's time to get for blood.
I'm realizing I'm probably actually gonna have to go buy a Choco Taco.
Maybe.
I said that, and I was like, they're probably not actually gonna win.
We'll go.
Dude, you act like that's a losing in your book.
No, it
Let's
sounds
be real.
amazing.
You
I'm
get a
excited.
Choco Taco. Victory is yours.
I'm
Honestly,
excited.
the only thing that feels better than that is winning the Apex Legends.
It's the one thing they could possibly win here.
What'd you get today? $8,000 in a Choco Taco. All right, there you go. That's
like
a
a
good
great
day.
Still one more.
Fantastic experience. This person hiding in the corner.
You cannot see me. I am hiding.
I
under
can't
the
see you,
bridge.
so you can't see me.
If I put my sunglasses on, I am invisible.
Just watch your backs.
Give your
I
scan.
have to push through the arch here.
Yeah.
You see them asking about the Bloodhound and where the scan is, considering there's only 3 teams left and that we have these tense buildings. Gonna wait for a Husker to get close? No, instead just gonna open.
Oh.
Finds him in the corner.
Good job.
Spitfire is dishing out a lot of damage here for these streamers.
You know, I'm being sold on the Spitfire more and more as we get through later in this broadcast.
I'm not
Dreadnought.
gonna lie.
You were pretty confident about it. And I knocked you down a couple pegs, but you know now I'm the one having to eat crow at this point in time. And I'll tell you what, the Bloodhound's not happy about it.
He's gonna.
Because you're eating crow, or are you
Jump's
eating
gonna-
face?
You have like a million.
Yeah, Bloodhound's not happy about him eating his crow. You know, that sucks. But
Beast,
Jump's gonna go home. He's gonna pick up the Spitfire, not have the legendary barrel stabilizer on it. And he's gonna be like, "What is happening?"
Or
Why am I
any
Dreadnought,
clip
why
increase
did you do
whatsoever.
this to me?
Yeah, because he's gonna pick it up. He's gonna be like, default shots I think is 35, no clip extension. He'll be like, I mean it's lethal, but I don't know if it's that lethal. And it's not. And not until he gets the extension, he's like, wait, you can just let her rip. With
Guys,
this
I
thing.
got a kill. Oh, by the way, I just used all 60 of my
All
bullets.
of the
Yeah.
bullets are gone.
Straight up, if you got a little brother who wants to try Apex Legend, not the best shooter, give him a Spitfire and be like, have at it, man. That's your best chance.
Here you go, buddy.
That's your best chance of knocking somebody down.
My 15-year-old brother's gonna love our weekly catch-up call. Hey, have you played Apex Legends? Yeah, but I'm not very good. Let me tell you about the Spitfire.
Hey, and I'm talking about the weapons. We talked about triple take, and if we would see any of it. I don't think we got a Mozambique pickup. We have
haven't-
not seen a triple take pickup even.
It's the energy weapons, man, and the amount of ammo they have on the map.
Yeah.
No one's willing to risk
But
it.
see, I think it's more. I think it's for the triple take specifically. I think it's more than just the fact that it's energy ammo. I think it's the fact that the play styles of this specific format means that they're moving, they're gunning, they're running, they're doing everything they can to rotate across the map and kill squads as quickly as possible. And when you think about a sniper rifle, when you think about something like that, your play is slower. You're posting up, you're trying to get shots, you're laying down cover. cover fire for your team. These guys, they want to run, they want a gun, they want to do everything they can to get the win.
I mean, maybe, but we see people picking up longbows and wrecking them out and then doing the long range stuff with it. And the thing is if you get the hop up that they use on the Peacekeeper that everyone's picking up, your triple take becomes significantly more powerful.
I think the trade-off between those two exists between, I agree when it comes to the upgrade with the charge onto the triple take, but the triple take charge up compared to a Peacekeeper charge up, at that range, you don't have that time. They're moving so fast, they're gonna get behind cover. You want to be able to get those shots and get that damage. And let's be real, the numbers are hard to calculate on a triple tap if you do not have all the perfect circumstances at hand. So, or triple take, excuse me. So it makes sense to be able to neglect that, avoid that, and stick to things you know. Longbow, yes, it is long, and yes, it's gonna pack a punch, but we know if it clocks, 55 damage or more coming down the line.
I also want to point out that on the standings there, Tim the Tapman's team, the 95 Blockbuster champs, which is, I think, 2 years after Dr. Disrespect was the back-to-back Blockbuster champ. I think it was a 92-93, if I'm remembering correctly. So yeah, that's just interesting. Also, they're crawling up the ranks. They are slowly but surely gaining some points, possibly going to try and take that 6th place spot.
So now we find ourselves in a similar situation that has happened to many of the streamers and Twitch rivals today. Your team and one other team are left remaining, and now it is the hide-and-go-seek method.
Chaco.
Everybody is spread out trying to figure out where they're going to go.
You should have got one of the tanks.
One guy too.
Get in the Jeep. Drive around.
Do you hear that? They said they think it's even one guy.
Well, I'm going to be honest, every time this has happened to a team, they thought it was one guy.
Yeah,
and then it's always been
you're
3 guys.
not wrong, actually. That's happened about every single time. So that is fair.
It's just like, we can't find him, it must be one person. Which is not a wrong thought to think, but it has been a full team every time.
They got the supply drop. Let's see if we get ourselves a Kraber or Mastiff.
What's he get?
There it is.
There's the Mastiff.
4 seconds.
Call it a day. Honestly, I just put that on the Bloodhound and I just be like, go at it, man.
Yeah.
Beast of the hunt, find them and end this game.
This can't be real life.
We haven't talked too much about the power of the Mastiff. If you think the Peacekeeper is threatening, the Mastiff makes it look like a, honestly, I don't want to say too belittled because it is still a very good gun, but the Mastiff's chunk is huge. You are going to die if you sit anywhere near the close range of this shotgun.
Becomes a peace distributor. No longer keeping it.
We have the Keeper and this one distributes it.
Sucks if we can't. Ugh.
Oh, they're going on the zipline up to watch time.
Oh, he's spotted him.
There we are.
Late to zipline.
They spread themselves out just enough. They're able to get a little bit of visual. A couple of the shots are coming out now out of Huskers.
Just one?
Oh, two.
Right now, Chaco's probably wishing it was a Kraber he got.
See, but this is the thing, too, is when they actually make the realization that it's more than one person, that actually benefits them, and it actually helps out the fact that they have been running around this much because that is an extra point in their favor. And as we can see, with Kings Canyon now only 14 points behind, every single one of those points are going to matter as we get deeper into this 4-hour block.
Fan's getting pressured right here. Or excuse me, his vision up there getting pressured.
Is this the win?
Gets knocked down. There's only 2 going to be left, but I don't think he got a single knock in that time. So right now it's a 2 versus 2. Great
And the 1-2. He gets him. That's the champion. Win for Chaco. Taco's a tack on another one. Let's go jump on over with the 95 Blockbuster champs. So again, they were at 158 points last we saw. Also, last standings update, Papega was able to jump the Broys back to the top 4. Back and forth between those two.
Yeah. You should. I'm using my ult to get
top 6 squads remaining here.
It'd be a little more further. I think you might be
this is high distortion we're watching.
When looking at the loadout, having an epic stock helps quite a bit there. A little bit extra bullets. The stabilizer's the biggest thing. Not the farthest of range, but you're still very effective with an R301 in just that single hollow. And then a Peacekeeper on the back end. So pretty good kit, especially for Bangalore for the smoke opportunity and the mobility. As it looks like they're just going to be pressuring into a pretty tight corridor here. Eventually, the circle is going to be moving back towards, I mean, no surprise, that Cascade area. But for now, they can kind of venture outward and maybe look for a bit more loot.
Dude, I just need a Thunderdome circle. Go to the Thunderdome.
You're on the left.
Get your heavy metal
What's your infatuation? You know, you keep saying it. We keep being like, yeah, Thunderdome. We don't really like ask the question. But I implore you, sir. What's the thought and what's the infatuation with the Thunderdome now?
It's this wonderful, magical, globular place of thunder. I'm really big into Thunder.
So think about this though. It's like when the circle ends Thunderdome, if it ends at any one of the 3 high-rise circumstance, you have 1 zip line / 1 drop counterplay whatsoever. Right? This happened to me just the other night.
You and I, we had a game that ended in Thunderdome.
How did I end it? I proceeded to just throw a nuke.
You Gibraltared them and we won the game, and it was amazing.
Yeah, and the biggest outlier of this is, let's be real, number 1, us winning games, lol, and number 2, a Gibraltar winning games, double lol.
I love how that was the first thing you prefaced with us winning games, LUL.
We won 2 games back-to-back that play session, I will have you know.
All right, wrapping up the Thunderdome, though, and bringing us back. 14-point deficit Kings Canyon had to Reed's Money Team has now been dropped to an 11-point deficit. We haven't actually got a chance to catch up with the Kings Canyon guys, Ninja, Dizzy, as well as King Richard in the last few minutes. But all the while, they have still been slowly but surely clawing themselves back. And in the same vein, Pepega has actually been able to stay ahead of the Broys.
1 minute. Rings pretty
So
close.
what can we see here? We know the drama matters when looking at the standing, but within this, specific fight here, the perspective we have with high distortion, they're very well kitted. They'd have.
Close to the wall. I hear him.
Okay, Tapman has at least discovered somebody with audio. If they're indoors, you never want to do that into a caustic. He is going to trap you and put you in a bad spot. Great shot. Good damage out of the Peacekeeper. Nice star. Will at least gain some zone here. And a nice high ground attempt here as the flank coming through.
HD also was able to pick up a shield cell. It was like, oh, thanks, I'm going to take that. I need a body to be able to kill in the process. Tim the Tapman's able to get himself that piece of that knock, as now he's trying to see if he can rotate around the corner, try to find something. He gets down again, a little bit of a speed up because he knows shots are coming out. He's going to full push in. I'm going to try to jump across corner after corner to make sure that he gets the full check-in. Oh, where did he go? He's hiding. He went to the roof. He went to jump down. Off he goes.
Oh, man. 110 with that shot and then a 60 after. Very well done. Peacekeeper still keeping the peace. And a good job there. I'm surprised that Lifeline wasn't able to figure out things quicker. And look at that, the Executioner picked up. We haven't seen too many executions, but I want to see the day where that actually saves a player. We see the execution finish, and then bam, shields come through, and that helps them win a game.
Let's go check in with Team MDK. Haven't gotten to see too much of them. Well, they did drop an 18-kill game earlier today.
18 kills.
18 kills.
Pretty good.
10 of those was B-Nans.
Really?
Yep, the other 2 had 4 apiece.
B-Nans, Lil Lexi, and Ammunition. 3 girls that have played together for quite a long time across multiple titles, clearly having the synergy that they had. And, sometimes you just need to find yourself a little piece of momentum. Despite some of the early struggles that they had, they still have plenty of time and plenty of opportunities to get themselves a couple good win streaks. And what we've seen from a lot of the other teams, a few double-digit kill wins could give you enough points to potentially jump a couple in that leaderboard. They got 5 earlier. They do find themselves down 100 points to 7th place to 95 Blockbuster champions. That's Tim the Tapman's squad. But again, in a game such as a Battle Royale, streaks are the name of the game. And if you find yourself in a hot spot, you could potentially jump up that leaderboard.
Right now, only 2 teams that haven't managed to break into the 200 club.
Found a couple tangos on the side. Lit up one, great flag. Oh my gosh, good advantage here. Swaps over the Peacekeeper to finish it.
So
Sliding down the hill.
Oh, there we go.
Ooh.
The 12 was all they needed, and that was the final kill.
Fadeaway shot pulls through. They're able to get the full wipe, and another 3 points gets added to their score. They're going to collect their loot, collect their winnings, and move on.
I think we still have one more team on us somewhere.
They have another squad on them, that's great. And be able to help with at least the points, as long as everybody's prepared to be able to take the fight, at least. Looks like still just looting up, some of the spoils out of the last skirmish here before they move on.
Look at
everybody who was in the 60s club is now in the 70s club. And Husker's still alone breaking 100.
Yeah,
I think it was 118 kills we saw on Macatao.
Yeah. It was. You actually had
on
107. You had 107 on Dizzy, actually. And now he is not in the lead anymore as far as the Wraith kills. It's actually Huskers that has been able to take that lead.
Oh, yeah? I didn't. You know what? I've just been used to that being Dizzy's spot right there. I didn't even notice it was Huskers instead. I'm glad you pointed that out. The Wraith kills, man.
Yeah, the Wraiths are definitely the killers, the lethal ones here of North America. It was a bit of the same case in EU. By no means was she as prominent, but outside of the outlier of Macatao with the one Pathfinder who was extremely lethal, it feels like the Wraiths have been at the forefront of some of the scary members for both regions.
Oh, B-Nans accidentally hits, character model hits the top of that rock, so she wasn't able to actually ride the zip line all the way through.
But you get 2 supplies.
You do, indeed. And what do you find? Mozambique.
She found some ammo. She got 400 bullets for her R301. She could probably just keep shooting until the end of the game and not run out of bullets, you know? Feels good.
400 light, though, is not the same as 400 on a Spitfire, right? And that's one thing we have to look at when it comes to that kill potential as these later fights happen. I mean, you still can knock down one pretty well with that 28 onto R301, but it's not the easiest thing.
We can go jump on over here to Kings Canyon, see how things are going for Ninja.
Ninja popping up on our screen. Hasn't been able to actually get any kills thus yet this game, but this is a very fresh match. And when I mean fresh, I mean there's still 60 players left alive and not a single person has actually been down yet.
Nobody's gotten a kill.
So nobody's gotten the kill yet thus far. But just as I say that, a couple downs happen. Dizzy is able to get himself his first down, which means there are people that are hanging out with them, and it's about its time to tango. You got the Wingman and the EVA 8 auto here for Ninja as he's trying to see if he can loop himself around and find something a little different to do, but he's going to have to rotate around to see if he can help out his team. King Richard, in the meanwhile, was able to knock down the second person. Ninja's able to see a couple people. King Richard gets down, but Dizzy is able to take down the Dyson sisters as he's going to have to try to get it. Great job there by Ninja, prioritizing his teammate. Adrenaline shot to the chest, and he's going to keep his teammate alive.
Ninja, 2 games ago, did the carrying on Kings Canyon, getting 10 kills to the 6 from the rest of his team. Kings Canyon still chasing down Reed's Money team, who have slowed down a little bit. This was something we saw happen in Europe as well. It looked like Reed's Money team would be easily breaking 400 points by the end of the tournament. Right now, still a good 125 away. Let's see if they're able to pull it off. Kings Canyon chasing them down.
Things are starting well here for the group, right? You know, a couple of kills already, able to set up reasonable when it comes to some of the loot, considering the part of the map that they're on. They're going to have to move a little bit when it comes to the next circle. They are technically in it, yes, but just considering, again, where the good loot is going to be, except for this. If the supply ship has been unlooted, this is going to net a lot for this roster.
Still only a 5-point difference between 3rd and 5th. Pega, Broyes, and Disrespect.
All 20 seconds out.
Oh,
Ninja, it's time to light up.
Dun,
man.
dun, dun, dun. The Ninja from his name is going to come up now
here.
because it's time to find a team. He's running around with the EVA auto. Where is the enemy? Thankfully, he's able to get a really good flank. There's 1 assist. There's 2 assists. There's 1 more left alive. He's going to try to pop off a nice little situation for him. Eliminations come through. 3 more points added to their score.
That's a situation where I think it highlights that kind of problem you asked me earlier at the beginning of the day. How well is Shroud going to do? And I raised, well, there's casting and there's a lot of abilities within this, and it's not all about how well you shoot. That team died because of information advantage in favor of this roster, right? Yeah, they may have been able to outshoot them in a 1-versus-1 out in the field, as we see Ninja doing that just with that Wingman. But it really shows what they're able to do with some of the tools like the kits overall, and really stepping up now.
Another one there. Turning around, finding his teammate.
Guy on top of the ship.
That was really interesting, too. Once you saw Ninja get the accurate adjustment with the Wingman, he actually didn't miss a shot past that, but until he got to that point, unable to connect.
Incident.
And the ping from Bloodhound. Talked about like abilities like Lifeline's ult that you kind of want to use basically as soon as they're up, or Pathfinder's grapple. I feel like that ping is something that just any time you are in a situation where anyone could sneak up on you, just go for it. It'll come off cooldown faster than you think.
Yeah, it definitely is something you should be using a little bit more here. And also great awareness coming out from Ninja in this situation. Popping the Beast to the Hunt, and then more importantly, keeping track of the Mirages. You saw that, you know, it was like, do I want to commit a shot? Quickly deciphering that's not the case. What is the most reasonable retreat? And being ready to, you know, use the shots whenever they're actually available. Also interesting that we do see him running the EVA 8, which is also a shotgun that, you know, it feels like it's like until you get the Peacekeeper type circumstance, but we have seen a little bit more of it in its kind of representation in North America than we got out of Europe.
I'm also really impressed with Kings Canyon right now, because if you actually take a look at the composition that they're running the favorite that we've seen, the Wraith Bangalore Bloodhound combination. But King Richard, actually, if you're a frequenter of his stream, claims himself as a Mirage main. All he plays is Mirage, but as this tournament has gone on and as you're starting to get more of a sample size, teams are actually dropping Mirage for this kind of perfect combination that you're seeing on your screen right now, and it kind of really speaks to the adaptability that a lot of these players have, despite how much they may like or dislike a specific legend.
He started the day off on Mirage and then quickly switched to Bangalore, where he has stayed ever since.
For the good of the colony right there, man.
That's right.
When you understand that my own personal preference may not be the best as a unit, take the hit for maybe your own personal pleasure, but at the end of the day, if you get the $7,000, $8,000 that's sitting at the top, especially if you get that bonus when it comes to the kills, you're probably gonna be happy you made the choice. Nice, another ping coming out from Ninja. Gets one knock there. We see one up on the top of the staircase. Good pressure from behind as well. Ninja's in a tough one. Turns around with the auto shotty and gets it. Look at the focus fire coming out of this roster.
He goes down, but it doesn't mean everything is lost for naught yet, as King Richard's able to get the elimination. An adrenaline shot's going to revive the Bloodhound. A stretch comes out for Ninja. They're still left alive.
This
tag team to get the pinch.
Rotation into tag team rotation. That was so well done. I'm pretty sure if Ninja didn't get the 8 on the back end of that with the shotgun, he doesn't confidently get that knock, which does not lead to the knock on the back end of that. And that was communication and teamwork really being flaunted here by Kings Canyon. And part of the reason that they have been such a big threat.
Yeah, they are in second place. The best opportunity we have, or the team with the best chance of taking that first place spot away from Reed's Money team.
Yep, Gibraltar ult.
They can hear the shots. Gibraltar ult's coming out. That means there's a Gibraltar in the game. Though, don't get your hopes up too much, Dreadnought. I see the look on your eyes right now. It is on the enemy team. Unless we're going crazy and we've gotten bamboozled, I don't believe anybody else that's playing in Twitch Rivals right now is actually in this lobby just yet, as now the rotation's going to come out from Kings Canyon.
I just want to know how many Gibraltar mains are out there, and their ego is just getting popped so hard right now. Like, they're like, I can't play.
They're all doing the hockey dance together.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like, they're just sitting there and they're looking at it and they're going like, oh, dude, my favorite streamers, none of them played it. Like, should I really play this anymore? The answer is yeah, you should play what you want, but I just find that, I guarantee somebody's out there so sad.
And yet again, 3 members go up to bat against Ninja, Dizzy, and King Richard, and 3 more fall to the cause that is their points collective. Is now they're going to be right into the choke point, right by the pit.
One left.
Dizzy Dizzy ends up getting all 3 of those kills. The wingman Dizzy certainly doing its mark.
We still haven't gotten to see Seagull on the wingman like you were hoping.
Yeah, to be honest, we haven't seen much of Seagull's representation across the board, right? The one time we did get him, I think he was with the Hemlock instead. But we have clearly seen enough case, I think, for the wingman, right, when it comes to objective strength. Yes. I think the Spitfire, the Peacekeeper, the wingman, either one of the legendaries between the Mastiff and the Kraber, and then past that, R301, if you have the capability, seem to be the guns that stand out across the board here at Twitch Rivals.
Really interesting decision by Ninja, actually, to swap and actually use that Beast of the Hunt to kind of re-rotate himself around, as well as trying to get some extra knowledge. They are out for blood. This is clearly something that we know all of the teams are kind of thinking about, but the preemptive decision to do that by Ninja means that they're going to hard rotate more towards the center of where the ring is going to end up, which could give them a really easy rotational opportunity. King Richard was able to do just that. He went for the balloon. Ninja is going to be short to follow, because with 5 squads left, they need to be able to get as many of these kills in this game before the win to get that score and reduce that lead that Reed's Money team has created.
It also helps him be super confident as they move very quickly and very aggressively that there's not people around him. He knows for certain, I would see them with the Beast of the Hunt. If I was to be just blasting past all these houses, I don't have to worry about someone popping out of a door and taking me out.
I think that's one of those preventative, measures that you can end up taking that you'll never know if it ended up being the game changing move, but it really could be, right? Is that information, if anybody even know that you're making this big of a macro rotation as a squad? And so I think it's cool to be able to see that even displayed by somebody, as notable as a player like Ninja.
And you saw that on the leaderboard. It was plus 12 for Reed's Money team, plus 22 for Kings Canyon. So now 12 points left remaining. And you want to talk about the slow climb to potential victory? It's Lyric's team, Team Pepega, actually have decided to get themselves in spots with Seagull, which you were just talking about. Now they found themselves in 3rd place. A little bit of the strafing back and forth is going to try to be able to happen. The wingman's going to come up. He's going to paint a silhouette, but it doesn't matter because the final shot is going to land by Ninja, and now they're going to have to be out for more.
Ninja just looked at that Gibraltar shield and said, I doesn't afraid.
Doesn't matter.
He walked up with that EVA 8, was like, let's go, boys, let's hit it.
It also helped that the Wraith jumped out of it for him and was playing on a toaster in a library, but you know.
I don't think all right, you're right. That to be fair, that Wraith was kind of all over the place.
Honestly, I believe in you guys.
You know, a point that you brought up a little bit earlier there, Wade Punk, that I want to bring up again as we saw the Bloodhound and his ping coming out, is that it does say if you see no one.
So
Yeah,
I also want to point out, just before we swapped over POVs over onto Dizzy, Dizzy actually said, you guys stay over there, I believe in you guys. Look what he's doing. He's all by himself right now. He's fully confident in his Wraith abilities. He sees King Richard and Ninja in the kill feed on the top right doing their job because he's going to do his and try to see if they can try to find a way to get extra kills on other parts of the map.
They're starting to run, you know, time overall is starting to run short. We're getting into the kind of home stretch of this tournament where getting as many games in as you possibly can, finishing games quickly, it's going to be a big difference. If you roll into third party by himself.
What we got to consider when he finds other people, what does he do? Flat initiate. Okay, that's one. He's got two others by himself here with the wingman. Popped it off. That's 90 damage to the purple armor, but he's got to be able to get out of here. He has an iframe, shotgun, lit. That's going to be the second knock as he gets it. Full reload now. Full shielding as well. Does he end up buying time? Not necessary. Turns around. That's 41 damage, 42. And
my gosh!
3.
He told you, guys, I hope
Dizzy.
you're going to be okay because I'm going to go out hunting tonight.
That is
that crouch dodge.
just
like, okay, shotgun, cool. Missed your shot. Get the second kill.
And what I was going to try and set up before that is I want to know, is he just going to scout and track and then wait till he has confidence, or raw initiate? And he waited literally before he could even find all the information. He was like, time's up, let's do this. That was insane.
Now, he's got himself an opportunity to get some little quick loadouts. He is able to be able to get that digital threat, but instead of putting it on the wingman, he actually decides to put it onto the auto shotty. So really smart decision by him, especially if he's going to be going up against something like a Bangalore. It gives him a chance to actually still see through the smoke and have more of a close range bang with that shotgun itself.
I like the fact that also to keep in mind, Dizzy clearly, you know, one of the more experienced and veteran players that is competing here at Twitch Rivals, and also on that EVA 8. You know, it's not the Peacekeeper show in the same way it was in Europe. Some consideration across the board, even at some of those later stages.
So now,
2 squads remaining.
Where'd they go?
2 squads are left.
Go to the zone.
They're going to have to try to figure out which direction they do want to go. Dizzy does seem like he's rotating back around to his team, but he's going to try to see if he can cut off. Again, it's this canyon area right on top of this area over bridges. It's one of the scariest places that you can be at because it doesn't matter where you rotate. There's multiple ways for teams to actually come and to try to see if they can get a flank around. So he's going to use the balloon trick. He's going to go across over onto the actual rock bridge itself. See if he can do a little bit of scout out with the trick. He's going to try to see if he can get a float. His teammates are going to pick it up. Champion banner comes across. They're going to get another one. If you thought Reed's money team were going to be anything and everything that was going to win, well, the members of Kings Canyon are showing that the fight is not over yet.
What a battle. What a fight. And I love that they're like, we are close. We can possibly take over Reed's money team. So what do? Split up.
31 kills.
31 kills. We saw like 3 games in Europe that crossed 30. I think we've had more than that. I'm going to be honest. I don't actually know the number here in North America. It's
death is inevitable. It's calling you.
Tell Death I said hello.